Hey, Novelenial here, doing some test plays today. So I'm going to be running your map here, Kepler. I have played this one before, but it's been a while, so hopefully I don't remember too much. Yeah, like I usually try to not test play the same thing a second time, just because like you shouldn't be just getting my opinion. It's always better to get others. But it's been in the list for a while, so I figure I'll take another run at it, so that you don't have to wait anymore. But if you do want another opinion, I totally understand. Feel free to post it again, and hopefully you can get some feedback. But otherwise, we'll run it. Like I said, I'm hoping it's been long enough that I don't remember stuff about it, so I can hopefully give you some insight here. Yeah, running it through the map checker, no major issues, maybe a couple angle issues, but we'll see how it plays. No jump, speed, and distance looks good, so yeah, we'll just hop in. Gonna start now. That blue note off to the left was a little bit of a reach. It wasn't bad, but whoop. How did I not lose my combo there? I totally hit the wrong note here. Sorry, then I just got totally distracted. Let me just go back a bit. Sorry. Somehow I hit the note with the wrong color and yet didn't lose my combo. Yeah, same, that gray note's a bit of stretch. But it's not unplayable. Yeah, I'm noticing some angles a little weird. I think that was a little bad, Cuddy. The gray note was kind of in the arc there, which... Yeah, that gray note wasn't too bad because I was already kind of heading in that direction anyway. Yeah, there are some angles that are a little weird. I think what I'll do is I'll go back. Oh, sorry. The audio might have cut there because my controller's low on battery. Yeah, I think even though it's not too fast, what I'll do is I'll go back and play it at a slower speed. It's just hard to kind of think. Yeah, there was another one that was just a little bad, Cuddy. That crossover felt a little awkward just because then my whoop. Okay, that was a little weird. Like that. See, that crossover felt good. Yeah, I think there's technically nothing wrong with that, but those diagonal notes, they're not technically hitbox abuse, I think, because they're not side by side, but it certainly looks like that. So that might have been a double directional on the gray. What I would recommend is moving the blue one up instead of having those two diagonals side by side. Because if the diagonals are side by side like that, on the same and the same row, that would be a hitbox abuse. So you're not technically there, but just cosmetically it doesn't look very nice. But I absolutely love when you have the diagonals with one up. And I mean, frankly, I think it would just make your map a little bit more interesting to not have everything on the same row. So I guess you don't technically have to do it because it's not technically hitbox abuse. But okay, I'm going to try to point out the angle stuff. I won't be able to point at everything but I'll do my best. Yeah, so I think there, I mean, I guess it's fine, but I think you had a down and then going into, a diagonal there. Which just feels a little awkward. Yeah, so you had a down on the gray and then going into a diagonal that was in the same row right above it. So, I mean, like technically you can do that, but the problem with that is you're going to get people who are going to play that as a straight up. And then they might not score as high with it. So like, it's not wrong, but like you could either have the top note go straight up or move it over, a column to the left so that you're going down and then going into the next note there. It'll just make it look a little nicer too. So, like, not mandatory. Oh my God. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. Yeah, same. I think the down gray note there was a little weird for a very similar reason. Okay, yeah, so that note there. So there's nothing wrong with having them cross like that. But that does get a little bit bad cutty there because they were like very close together, that the hitbox paths could collide, or you could run the risk of hand clapping. So I love that pattern. Like, there's nothing wrong with it, but I would just move the top, blue note to the right or the bottom gray note over to the left. Like, just get a little bit of separation. Cause then when I come in at that angle, there's no risk of hand claps, and I'm going to be able to hit the notes cleanly. There are a couple of times that happens throughout the map, but that'll be the only time I mention it because I don't want to repeat myself too much. Yeah. So again, technically fine. Some people don't like this though, where like, so you had the arc on the blue, I think. It was here. Yes, you had the arc on the blue. Yeah. So, and then this one here was kind of the most noticeable that you had the gray going into the blue arc. That could, because like some people really do follow the arc paths with their hands, so that could introduce hand clapping. But just cosmetically, it just looks a little bit weird too. So just something to be mindful of. Yeah, so like I think I see what you're doing with the blue there, and I like it. Like you're basically encouraging me to do the reset on the blue. So I like that. But like I said, just there, it gets a little tangly with the gray there. That is fine. It's a little fast for going over 4 lanes, with a single saber. So again, it's fine, but just want to point that out. Yeah, some of the angles in there just felt a little weird. I like the back and forth here. Yeah, so that's kind of close to that hitbox abuse kind of pattern. So again, it's not hitbox abuse, but having those 2 diagonals on the same row just kind of cosmetically. So I mean, that is a personal thing. I like that part. Yeah, so the same thing there. You had like a diagonal and then going into a straight up. Not wrong, but just kind of, there's that angle again. Yeah, okay, what was going on there? I mean, it's fine. 130. I think it's fine. It felt a little weird. No, it's a little weird, but I think it's fine. I like that. Yeah, so you do that, you have that like cool kind of cross pattern there, and you had some separation between the 2, so that felt really good. Yeah, so I would just lift all of these outside notes on the diagonals up to the second row. It's just going to make that look so much more interesting. That was a little wrist rolly to get down here. Again, I'm sure that was it was intentional, but it felt a little bit awkward. Let me just, like, I don't know what it was. Like if it felt quick, it didn't feel kind of natural for me to kind of wrist roll there, I guess. Oh, maybe it was fine. Yeah, a little wide there, but not a big deal. Okay, I think that's where I thought there was a reset last time, and it was fine. Cool. Okay, yeah, so I don't really remember what the last playthrough was, but that felt pretty good flow. Like, a couple angles were weird, but it felt very playable. So, okay. I don't know why I thought you had a different difficulty there. Yeah, so I don't think there's anything else I have to say. Like, you know, you can kind of see from the gameplay where I kind of struggled, if at all. But very playable, very smooth. I like the resets you did with the bombs. That was cool. The side-to-side was good. Yeah, just maybe cleaning up a couple of the angles would be the only thing. You can check in the map checker. It'll point some things out. But otherwise, hope that helps.